How's it going, everyone? Equinox Phoenix here, and today we're going to talk about Superman and Lois Season 2, Episode 10, titled Bizarros in a Bizarro World. This episode is, it's on something. The episode itself is on something. So, picking up where we left, last episode, our boy, Clark Kent, Kal-El, Superman, whatever you want to call him, heads off to the Bizarro World. There he finds himself in a universe that is cube shaped. Apparently, the Earth is a cube, the sun is a cube and red. Um, he heads to the fortress, which is actually still up, because you know, as we know, the this world's Kal-El and Tal-Rho were actually on relatively good terms for the most part. More on that later. Um, and so there he meets with his mom's Bizarro self. Um, and although he's speaking reverse this entire time. He when his mom can't understand him, he does the thing that Bizarro Jonathan did at the end of last episode, where he anyway, or not the end of last episode. He went to Bizarro Earth like a million years ago. Anyway, he does the thing that Bizarro Jonathan did, where he starts speaking normally. I guess Bizarro Kal-El couldn't do it because of, again, more on that later. Um, and he starts talking to her normally. It reveals he's dead, and all the things, and uh, in comes Bizarro Jonathan. He zooms in and disables the AI of his grandmother, which is weird. He's like, "We'll take this with us," and he goes to the and both him and Superman go to the farm, and it's weird. So Bizarro Lois pops in, and it is then revealed that Jonathan works for Ali Alston. Uh-oh. Anyway, and he's looking for Anderson. Lo and behold, let's go to flashback. Anderson, when he popped into the world, um, realizing that Ali Alston is actually the bad guy and Kal-El's the good guy, he tries to fuse with himself, which is weird. And then Jonathan kills Bizarro Anderson, which is why Clark saw Mitchell's dead body. Anyway, now Jonathan's screaming and punching at our Superman. Is like, oh, tell where is Anderson? Because this man had like a falling out with his dad because his dad was very much a press person, right? He's there is no Clark Kent in this world, which is whatever. Anyway, everybody is like really emo and goth in this world, as a result of Clark being like, "Hey, look, man, all the fans, peace out, whoa!" It was really weird. Like Kal-El before he went, like before he became what we saw. Um, I don't know what the word for it is. Was pretty. He was he was an extreme, right? He was like my way or the highway. Except there is no the highway. It's his way or nothing. You don't get a choice. So Jonathan busts off, joins Ali, blah blah blah. Lois and Jordan leave him because he's still not around. Um. Anyway, so Anderson shows up, stops Jonathan from killing his dad, or from killing Clark technically. Um, And we find out he's been with Lois, the general, and Jordan, who have been in hiding since Jonathan tried to murderize them uh, in order to get Project 4377 is, I believe, the code number. Uh, but yeah. Anyway, so uh, as this is happening, both alleys show up alongside Lana and Talro, and then Jonathan, of course, wakes up, disarms his grandfather, rejoins the bad guys, and pause. In a flashback, we find out who Talro's wife is, or who Bizarro Talro's wife was. It's Lana Lang, which is interesting, and this is what led to the betrayal. Um, Lana believes in Ali's message on this earth, and because of that, as I said, Kal-El was very much my way or nothing. He was like, "Look, you either walk away from Ali or you walk away from me," and that's the betrayal. Bizarro Talro never actually betrayed Bizarro Kal-El. Bizarro Kal-El just kind of gave him an ultimatum, which is all kinds of fucked up. It's fucked up. In this instance, it's just like, dude, like, who cares? And obviously, yeah, we know that Ali is the bad guy and all of this, but like, come on, don't give your brother an ultimatum like that. Just be like, he was already very twitchy when he gave Talro the ultimatum, and it just kind of sucked. And now Talro himself views this as a failure on his part. Right? He feels like he failed his brother. And so during the fight, it's really weird. So during the fight, it's Jonathan versus Anderson and Talro and Lana versus Clark. Now, of course, Clark gets beaten, and the two allies start to merge. When Ali gives Jonathan the pendant to go merge with his normal self, Taro realizes he like comes to this realization. I don't know if the realize is the right word, but he says to himself, "I failed my brother once. I'm not gonna do it again." As he has his hand like this on Clark, and he seemingly tries to force a separation between the two alleys. I'm not 100% certain if it works. It looks like it doesn't, but we're not. Obviously, we don't know for sure. And they send Clark off to save his son and whatnot. And the episode ends with Bizarro Jonathan and telling, Aro, Lois, and Jordan he was too late. And when they asked why he was here, he was like, for him, pointing at normal Jonathan, who arrives literally like less than a minute later, like, which is and that's where the episode ends. Now, I do like we got some backstory. We finally got the backstory of Bizarro Kal-El and whatnot. We got his backstory. We understand what caused the twitchy, like, because if you notice, none of the Bizarro people are very like twitchy, like they ow, that actually hurt my neck. Are very like twitchy like he is. So I was just like, wait, what's causing the twitch? It seems to be caused, from what I can gather, with limited information, it's caused by the grief of everybody leaving him. Um, because of course he loves his family, his wife, his sons, um, his brother, right? Like this just everybody, including the populace. Remember, he was like the ultimate hero essentially, and um, eh, it's one of those things, right? Like you gotta feel bad for him, but at the same time, he is the reason everybody left him. Anyway, And we actually finally got to find out who Talrow's wife is. I've been wondering for the longest time who the hell this woman is. Right? Like ever since we found out that Bizarro Talrow was married and Talrow himself was like, wait, who was this woman? Right? I do ah I don't think it's possible for them to, meet up and thing in our Earth just because of what he did as Morgan Edge. But oh, that would be just the biggest fuck you to Kyle over him cheating like you could ever think about, right? Because well, just think about it. If Lana Lang marries Morgan Edge on Earth Prime, that would be the biggest fuck you ever to Kyle. And I'm all for it. The man cheated on his wife. He can go fuck himself. I think that'd be hilarious. But I don't think it's going to happen just because of Talrow's actions as Morgan Edge, where he tried to take over Smallville / the world with an army of Kryptonians. It was really weird. Like, that plan was very short-sighted. But then again, Talrow's dad is very much not all there. So, hey. Anyway, tell me what you guys thought of the episode down in the comment section down below. That's good for this video. If you guys haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe for new. I will see you guys next time. And as always, stay bright.